And joined now by our Oilers reporter, Ryan Rishaug. And Ryan, we typically don't see that kind of outburst from Dave Tippett. It was a rough week for the Oilers. They had a day off on Thursday to try to process it all. But how much frustration did you sense from the group as they got back at it on Friday?
Well, to be honest with you, Corey, outside of those few moments that we captured on camera today of Dave Tippett lighting into his group pretty good when he wasn't happy with the way one of the drills was going, that was about the extent of the outward frustration that this group showed. I think that they're trying to get away from the frustrated feelings they had to deal with through 3 straight losses to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And maybe at times that frustration showed itself a little too much during the games. And so remember, before that string of losses, this was a group that had won 11 of 13 games. And I think the balance here that Tippett, and listening to him and the players talk on their Zoom calls, is, they want to learn the lessons that are clearly there for them, but at the same time regain some of that confidence. And as Connor McDavid said, you can feel whatever the heck you want as long as you channel it in the right way. And we'll see if they're able to do that as they get back to action tomorrow.
Ryan, thanks for this.
We didn't play as well as we wanted for 3 games in a row. We had a day off yesterday. There's some things we addressed in a meeting with some video this morning, and there's some things we want to address on the ice. It's all part of getting our team back going the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, when things are rolling, it's everyone has an easy job when things are rolling. So, but when times are tough, it's obviously a little bit different, and players have to respond to what the coach is feeling and what the coach is saying, and respond accordingly. So, I thought today was a good first step, and kind of getting our groove back and bouncing back here, and getting back to playing where we need to play.
We got to stay way more connected. We got down in those games, especially the first 2 games. Like, work ethic and stuff is you're trying to do things, but we got down early and chasing the games. But it's how we get down early that bothers you a little bit. Like in all 3 games, you look at the first 6 or 8 minutes, we started well in all 3 games and end up coming out of every first period down. So some of the mental mistakes, some of the there's some structure stuff of just staying connected better that we talked about today. So there's some factors that come into play. There's some areas that we didn't think we performed very well in that we addressed those today, and talked a little bit about Toronto had a better playoff mindset than we did. They did, their discipline, their structure they played was something that they beat us in those departments. So those are areas that we have to improve in if we're going to become a better team.
You can feel whatever the heck you want as long as you channel it the right way. Everyone handles scenarios differently. Everyone handles losing differently. But I think ultimately, it pushes us and drives us forward. And I think that sense of urgency and that desperation has to be back in our game like it was throughout February. So maybe something that we lost a little bit, and we have to get it back.
That's what we talked about today. The only thing we can do is take care of ourselves. And we didn't play well enough in the 3 games against Toronto. They went on and beat Vancouver goes and beats them. Those other games, obviously, what's going on around the league, but unless you take care of your own business, it doesn't matter what's going on in the rest of the league. So that's what our mindset is today.